Hi, it's me, Vicky Marie, with a cup of tea. I know you can't see me, sorry again, I'm on the avatar. But yeah, I think I might be coming down with something. I had a headache yesterday, I've got a bit of a sore throat today. So, however, I just wanted to come on and just update you, but it's not really an update, to be honest. It's more just to let you know what's going on about Samantha Murphy, who's the lady who's gone with the 51-year-old mother who's went out for a jog last Sunday. So it's been exactly a week now that Samantha vanished, if you like, on her jog and just didn't come back. And there's been various searches made. There has been police conferences. And unfortunately, still no sign of Samantha. So obviously every passing day is more and more worrying, I'm sure, for her loved ones. So I just wanted to show you first. This is the area that she's gone missing from. This is where she lives, on Eureka Street. And they've started, they've searched all this area, I believe, which is why this weekend the police did say that they were scaling down the search, probably because most of the area has been searched. And they've now called in a special missing persons team to sort of look at this case. But they are still saying, or at least the last press conference that the police did, that they have no evidence to suggest that there is any foul play, but they're not ruling anything out. This is their mantra. This is what they're saying. There's been quite a lot of consternation. I just want to show you. There was quite a lot of consternation about her husband, Mick's, smiling outside the police. This has been a big thing on social media, of him coming out the police station smiling, but I'm sure, the police will be investigating him at the end of the day. That might just have been the way the camera caught him. I'm sure the mainstream media, much as we keep saying, to criticise social media, they'll be there trying to get a photo of him just like that, and they've succeeded. So that's a lot of, this is me. So this is Samantha. This is the lady that it's all about. This was a video that I put out on Twitter. Now, a lot of talk about her husband. Let's just have a look at this. It's not about her husband. Let's just have a look at this.
Helping them across paddocks and bushland along the bush.
Somebody talking about the searches. So
area so
an idea of the
vast
area.
where they're saying that she could be.
Police searched on bikes and on horseback, with emergency service volunteers helping them across paddocks and bushland along the 51.
So you can see this is a big area. It's a big area, lots of woodland. There's supposedly lots of mine shafts, but they're off the tracks. People are talking about the mine shafts, but for her to have fallen in one by accident, I think would have been difficult, because she probably always walked or ran the same track and, knew to stay. I'm sure she knew not to go on the unused tracks where there might be some hazards. But there are snakes, so she could have tripped over. There are a million things that could have happened to Samantha, and the best case scenario is always that she injured herself in some way and she's waiting for someone to rescue her. But obviously after every day that goes past, that gets a bit more scary, doesn't it? The thought that she's out even longer, all that time, no water, it's very hot, no water, no medical attention, no food. So, but it's still a possibility that she's lost somewhere. But there's been so many people out there searching, it seems unlikely, but we must not lose hope.
51-year-old's preferred running trails.
There's mine shafts. That's the biggest concern, is that the mine shafts out there aren't very noticeable in some areas. The area so vast where they're saying that, she could be.
Police searched on bikes and on horseback, with emergency service volunteers helping them across paddocks and bushland along the 51-year-old's preferred running trails.
There's mine shafts. That's the biggest concern, is that the mine shafts out there aren't very noticeable in some areas. The area so vast where they're saying that, she could be.
Police searched on bikes and on horseback, with emergency service volunteers helping them across paddocks and bushland along the 51-year-old's preferred running trails.
There's mine shafts. That's the biggest concern.
Okay, so I think that's just repeating now. There's quite a lot of criticism about her husband. I don't really want to do that because we just don't know anything yet. I'm sure the police, if there's anything to know, the police will be on it. This is a statement that policeman made earlier in the week. Now that, of course, was a few days ago, and since then they have, announced that they're not searching so widely. So that makes you wonder, do they know something more, or is it just that they've searched everywhere? Now, the other thing I wanted to just, another little they're not developments exactly, to be honest. Sorry, I haven't got any positive news really to bring you about this. But the Prime Minister of Australia has been in the area. Now, he just happened to be going there anyway. This is Anthony Albanese. He is the Prime Minister of Australia, and he was going to Ballarat, where this has occurred, for something. He was due to go there anyway, and this was for the 20th anniversary of the Australian ex-prisoner of war memorial. So this apparently is a very significant moment. So they were Catherine King, the Minister for Infrastructure, Transport, Regional Development and Local Government, announced, thanked him for attending. But he took the opportunity while he was there, and this is what he took the opportunity while he was there to mention his wishes for Samantha's safe return. So he talks about the memorial, and then he says, and it was can I also say here in Ballarat, my thoughts are with the family and friends of Samantha Murphy. It has been, I'm sure, just such a difficult time, and I thank all of those people who are involved in the search and hope that it has a good outcome. I thank those who are out there working every day. Thank you. So he, as I say, just happened to be there anyway. He didn't go there specially, but as he was there, he took the opportunity to talk about what's happened. So now I want to just show you another. I'm just really wanting to show you things that you probably haven't seen yet and you might find interesting. even though there's no developments in the sense of her being found, etc.
Good evening. The Missing Persons Squad has taken over the hunt for Samantha Murphy 6 days after the Ballarat mum vanished on her morning run. The search area has almost doubled in size, with extra police called in as the mystery deepens.
After nearly a week of searching and nothing to show for it, police are...
I mean, it is vast, isn't it? But the thing is, if she's gone out running or walking, this is what I said before, and I stick by this, there's a limit to how far she can, I presume when she goes out for a run or a walk, any of you do run, run, you'll know you go in a circular, you set out from home, say you're planning on having an hour's run or whatever, so you either set out on a circular run that will bring you back home after that hour, or you'll go half an hour one way knowing that you've still got half an hour to come back again, and you'll judge it that way. So
shaking up the investigation.
I can confirm that this morning the Missing Persons Squad have taken over investigation primacy in relation to the disappearance of Samantha.
To date, detectives still have no leads on Samantha Murphy's movements since she left the family home for a run on Sunday morning.
We're in our 6th day of the operation. We've covered a lot of area so far, so we're just expanding our search area.
The search initially focused on bushland near the family home in Ballarat East. From there, it expanded up to 8 kilometres away to Mount Helen. Today, search efforts moved even further south to private land at Bunningyong, 14 kilometres away. That's well outside her usual running range.
The remoteness of the areas.
And it really is like looking for a needle in a haystack, isn't it? It's like very, very difficult to search. Now, they did have a telephone ping at 5:30. But bearing in mind she left the house around 7:30 in the morning. They did have a telephone ping from her mobile later on at 5:30, which is worrying because it was quite a long way away as well. So, that is worrying. It felt like maybe somebody else had her phone and it just pinged. Just why 10 hours later or whatever, so that's a worry. It's all a worry. You want to, well, I'm praying for a happy outcome for this lady, but it just doesn't feel very positive. But
that we're looking at, there's not a lot of CCTV in residential or business premises, so dash cam footage is the one that we really need. A lot of people have dash cam footage in their cars.
From today, there are more detectives assigned to the case, which becomes more desperate with each passing day.
We have not identified any suspicious or sinister circumstances. However, we do hold significant concerns for Samantha's welfare at this stage, and that is growing as the days progress.
One of the few leads police have is Samantha's last phone signal, which pinged off a local tower.
Strange that the phone hasn't pinged again. They'll be relying heavily on phone, her Apple Watch.
Samantha's husband, Mick, spoke with police again this morning as the investigation moved into a new stage.
I think the longer it goes on, the more sinister it becomes. So they'll be talking to friends, relatives, family to try and establish her movements.
Absolutely. That'll be a huge part of our investigation, digging into the background, working out Samantha's movements in the days leading up to her disappearance, and also the people that know her.
The number of people following the search has soared. Cindy Hobbs started the Find Samantha Murphy Facebook page. It now has 14,000 members.
We've had messages from the UK, Oklahoma. It's really going international.
Closer to home, Anglican minister Reverend Mark Shering has opened his church to concerned community members.
People are well and truly struggling, but coming to...
They had a vigil. They held a vigil for the other night, which was very sweet. You just hope that some good news will come.
Together, as any community will do, and just looking for ways in which they can help.
They, like police, are hoping for answers about how a 51-year-old mother could vanish without a trace, particularly one so healthy and happy.
She's physically and mentally a fit and strong woman.
And Geordie Wright is at Buninyong this evening. Geordie, it's been a frustrating day for police.
Mitch, hundreds of people have been scouring the Buninyong area all day but have found nothing. For the first time, police turned their focus to private property, searching farmland. Tomorrow, police resources will be increased yet again. Detectives pledging sooner or later they will find answers. Mitch.
Geordie Wright at Buninyong, thank you.
So that was something I wanted to show you that I think I haven't showed you before. You know, as I say, there's not much news. I did find there was something that I seem to have lost, but let's find it again. I wanted to show you, you know, just the forest, like just the place, the park, where she's gone missing, because obviously I'm not familiar with that area. There was something. Let's see where it says on the Victoria Police website. Well, that was 2 days ago. They haven't updated over the weekend, just saying that they're carrying on searching with the assistance of a number of other agencies. So it's pretty quiet. They say that the search is comprised of local police, search and rescue squad, mounted branch, dog squad, plus significant assistance from members of the SES and CFA. I'm not sure what those initials stand for, but I believe they're voluntary services. So let's see if we can get a look at this place. What's the name of the actual place? I thought it was called the Canadian Forest Area. The Canadian Forest Area in Ballarat, Victoria. Yeah, let's have a look if we can maybe get an idea of yeah, and that was interesting because this park is called, let me share it with you. So this is the Woora Regional Park, and let's have a look at it. It has a sensory trail, which I think it's quite, let's have a look, rugged bushlands. You know, you can see that you'd be a little bit wary, maybe. You shouldn't have to be wary of walking on your own through there, but unfortunately, you know, that's the way it is. So it's in Aborigine, Woora is called the place of plenty, and it's part of the traditional lands of the Wadawurrung Aboriginal people. And it has a dementia-friendly forest and sensory trail, which is interesting. So in 2021, Australia's first dementia-friendly forest and sensory trail was created in the park. So just inside the park boundary, the gentle 1 kilometre trail features sensory aspects and quiet places for reflection. It sounds lovely. These features have been chosen to quietly evoke positive memories, feelings and sensations, with pathways to allow wheelchairs and carers, assistance dogs, and groups from residential aged care facilities. It's an accessible opportunity for people living with dementia to enjoy being in nature. That's very nice. Yeah, so you can go cycling, dog walking, mountain biking. You've got the, all these kangaroos there. Oh, bless. My favourite. Well, the baby ones anyway. And these echidnas, which are like, well, they're hedgehogs, aren't they, basically? So, yeah. I mean, it looks like a beautiful place. Let's have a look at the dog walking section. So, yeah, dogs would love it, wouldn't they? Dog friendly. See, when people are talking about the mine shafts and things, it can't be that bad for the mine shafts if they're, encouraging people to go there and take their dogs, etc. It can't be that sort of scary. Do you know what I mean? Oh, there's water there. There's a dog that's my dogs like swimming. They'd like that. Yeah, I mean, it looks very, very beautiful. It's a shame. Like now, this looks more open, doesn't it? A place where you might go and not be worried, as opposed to actually in the bush, which would be more scary, of course. So yeah. Now, somebody, I would just want to have a look on the Facebook page. So a Facebook page has been set up to find Samantha, and it's got, it started off, I think I mentioned the other day, the lady who started it, Sin Hobbs, I think her name is, she said she was hoping to get 100 members, and she's got thousands and thousands of members now. There's 20,000 members. So that'll be, she's saying she's got to take a night off because she's finding it difficult. Because you can imagine what it's like, can't you? You can just imagine. You get, it's like the same with the Nicola Bully Facebook groups that got set up, and a lot of them just sort of descended into like nastiness, and they have to be tightly controlled, because you definitely, you get, what's wrong with people, that they feel like they have to go on and make horrible comments. I just don't understand these people that feel that they have to be nasty to other people that they don't even know. So I think the Sin, who's the admin, I imagine it's been quite difficult for her trying to do it, because then it's difficult to take on other admins, because it has to be somebody that you can trust as well. Let's just have a look down that. I mean, it's still a public Facebook group. So yeah. Now there was there was a photo of the workshop that Samantha and her husband Mick, they run a workshop, and there was a photo of that on somewhere, but I can't find that. I don't know if it was on here or if it was on Twitter, actually, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, I think the Facebook group has just sort of got too much, if you like. Probably just too much to cope with for that poor lady. Sorry, you hear my voice? I feel like I'm definitely croaking a little bit. I hope I'm not coming down with anything. Anyway, can't be helped. Let's just have another look at her daughter speaking. I thought when her daughter was speaking, it was very emotional, wasn't it? Jess.
Family and friends were just thinking. I'm Jess. I'm Sam's oldest daughter. Just on behalf of my dad and myself and my siblings, I'd just really like to thank our family and friends for just their continuous love and support and really helping us to get through and to keep us strong and to keep us motivated to keep looking and keep moving forward. Mum's a really strong woman and she's far too determined to give up this fight. I know she's out there somewhere, so if you could please continue to search for her, to give us something to work with, we'd really appreciate it. Mum, we love you so much and we miss you. We need you at home with us. Please come home soon. I can't wait to see you and to give you the biggest hug when I do and to tell you off for giving us so much stress. I love you. I'm Jess. I'm Sam's oldest daughter.
This was the girl that said a year ago she got attacked in that forest, and this was her injuries. Yeah, that's where we are, really. Not much
Samantha
further
Murphy
on,
grows more
unfortunately.
desperate. Laura Turner joins us live from Ballarat. Laura, where does the investigation go from here?
Pete, detectives looking for this mum of three from Ballarat East have hours of desk work ahead of them, looking through that footage that has been handed to them from residents and businesses here in Ballarat in the last 24 hours. There's a lot of work for them to do, trying to find any sign of her leaving her home last Sunday morning, or of course any cars or people of interest in the area at the time. Meantime, locals here are doing it really tough, Pete.
So it is worth saying they do still not, or certainly have not said that they have any CCTV of her leaving home. So they don't even know which way she went, when she left her house, to give them a clue where to search.
This is day 8 and there is no significant developments in this case. So the Buninyong Anglican Church actually held a service this morning and said a special prayer for Samantha.
We're all really feeling for them. Our church has been open to anyone who wants to come in and have a bit of quiet time or light a candle for her.
The Ballarat community is very, very strong, and at times like this, that's when it comes to the fore.
Now, Pete, police want to stress that they are diligently analysing data from Samantha Murphy's mobile phone and her smartwatch as well, trying to ascertain whether it did in fact ping from towers here in Buninyong on last Sunday at all. They've also said that, we need to keep an open mind, that she may not in fact be in this area at all. This investigation is wide open and we need to consider all factors here still. They've also said to me that search and rescue police will be out in this bushland again this week, and they will be searching mine shafts again this week. Also, Pete, missing persons have said to me that in the face of some criticism that they haven't been doing enough, they stress that they have had eyes on this investigation since day one and they're throwing everything at it, Pete.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Laura Turner reporting from Ballarat.
Okay, so I just thought I'd give you, show you some things that you might not have seen before. Let's just pray, just keep praying. There's not much we can do, is there really? Not much else we can do than pray, and pray for her family as well, especially her daughters, who must be going through absolute hell, to be honest. You could see that from Jess, how heartfelt that plea was for a mum to come home. Okay, so night. It's Sunday night if you're watching this when I put this video out. Monday tomorrow, and just like that, it was Monday again. Take care. I hope you've had a lovely weekend. Remember to live and love wisely, carefully. There's a lot of twonks out there, male and female, unfortunately, aren't they? A lot of nasty people, but there's a lot of nice people as well. So we have to concentrate on them because the majority of people are nice. And I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you. Oh, and by the way, don't forget, Valentine's Day this Wednesday. Send me anything you want to send me about love. Okay, bye.